And I was just coming over a really, really challenging time in my life. A year after I had officially gotten divorced, and my body was in a lot of distress. And so I came to Mali originally because I wanted to work on my relationship with food. Because after I went through a divorce and a lot of intense emotional turmoil, I had no appetite. I got incredibly thin. I had no hunger for anything really. I was in a really hard place, and so it was twofold. I came to Mali because I really knew that I wanted to increase my appetite and I wanted to learn to love food and so learning about Ayurveda was transformative for me. It transformed my whole outlook on more than just foods. Seeing more kind of the connectivity of what we put into our bodies is really medicine. It was more than food in the sense that learning about both essential oils and herbs opened my eyes into something that was like the three-dimensional relationship, more so than just a one size fits all. Working with Mali allowed me to see the nuanced relationship in every kind of layer of what you put into your body. This is who I am. This is my whole being. It's more than just like I have a stomach ache, so let me take a pill and make it go away. You know, it's like, no, let me listen and slow down and think about what this means. What is the root cause of kind of what I'm feeling right now? I was always received with full acceptance, love, and true appreciation for exactly where I was, you know? And there was never any judgment. There was never any disappointment. There was never any anything other than like deep gratitude and acceptance. And that's a real gift, you know. You just don't find people like that all often. The ability that Mali has to see the bigger picture and to see the whole human and to see that you're on this arc in this journey, that change is gonna go up and down, and that you'll have ebbs and flows, and that you'll always be accepted with Mali is a real gift. It's so sincerely, genuinely heartfelt, and so that's another like really amazing aspect of working with Mali. When I went through this really, really hard time and I lost a lot of weight and I was genuinely, my body was in such a state of distress, I lost all self-love. Like I lost, I couldn't discern what beauty was anymore for myself. So working with Mali to uncover and unearth and unlock like what it really was, what the root cause really was. And it's still a journey. I'm not done. Like I'm still working on it, but I know that so much of that started here because there was like there was a real moment when I think I realized that it was okay to embrace the wound, and it was okay and it was normal, and to like get that vulnerable and open and talk about things that I had never talked about with anybody wasn't easy. But it also, I just knew that she was gonna hold me and receive me with open arms. You know, I think that the beginning of a lot of deep work was started here. And it's interesting because I've gone to therapy. I've been in therapy for over 3 years. This was just so resonant for me working with Mali because there was something about just the whole body somatic experience. Me working with Mali was like it was a transformative experience in a different way because I just needed to not separate my body from my mind and from my heart. Like I needed the mind, body, spirit connectivity. And so that was really when I learned that's what self-love was all about. And I think my confidence and my comfort in my own skin increased because I was able to work through that. Yeah. I just knew in my gut that if I didn't have Mali, I thought about, I think we tried for a couple weeks not having, or like maybe a month, what it would be like to not have that support. And for me at that particular time, I really needed a safety net. I needed someone to hold up the mirror for me. I had reservations. I remember saying, let me hold off for a month, and I really went back and forth, and but I remember saying, I need to do that. I need to make this investment. I know it's best for me. It was really a commitment to myself because I knew coming here, Molly would be here for me. Part of me was like, I could do this myself, but then I proved to myself that after a couple months would go by, I'm like, oh man, I need that safety net again. You know, Molly would be responsive to whatever my needs were in that particular moment. What I really appreciated about, even though there was like, we would check up on goals regularly and do kind of consistent, kind of looking back and looking forward in our sessions, there was always flexibility to tend to what I needed in that moment, and that was really great. That she's got a great credibility and is incredibly skilled at what she does. It's the question that I put back on myself is like, am I ready? Like, am I ready to be received with this much love? Am I ready to be received and accepted and to really do the work that I know I need to do for myself? She's very good at what she does, and she will be there for you. And she'll show loving support and also hold you through sometimes and gently remind you what you said you wanted to get better at. And I guess it's just to really trust your gut and to trust that Molly will hold you through whatever you are going through. And if she doesn't, the thing about Molly is she's very humble and she's very sincerely, authentically her, and so if she doesn't have the answer, she's not going to fake it. she'll think through it with you, and but she has a ton of expertise because she has a way of really seeing you and reflecting back what matters to you. Gosh, everybody needs a Molly. We all need a Molly in this world, really. I need more Molly in my life.